Good afternoon, guys, gals, and pals. Welcome to day 13 of Drills December. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about the step back drill, which is a continuation of yesterday's video that was on the A-frame drill. We're going to be building up to the full glide movement, but for today, all we're focusing on is the step back drill. This drill goes by many names, though that's what I like to call it. But without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to mirror myself so that way you guys can follow along. So we're going to start where we were yesterday and get into a nice A-frame drill. We're going to get on our tippy toes, rock back onto our heels, and just let ourselves fall onto our back leg. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly bring in our right leg so that our right leg is facing this way. So my toes are facing you guys right now. And all of my weight is over this right leg. So if I needed to, I could pick up my left and I wouldn't fall over. As you can see, I'm picking up my left leg and nothing is changing with my balance whatsoever. So one more time, let's see that. Going to start with our A-frame, rock back, leg out. And you can see here how my center of mass isn't over either of my legs. So to fix that, we're going to push off our heel a little bit and then quickly and efficiently put our dominant leg under us. So that way our body weight is completely over that leg. Our right leg is carrying most of the weight, if not all of it. Our left leg is facing down, so that way I'm just resting on the tippy tips of my toes. Now after this, we would block, twist, and then that's just a standing throw. So from this moment, this is just a standing throw. So this is going to be how you start most of your throws. You're going to use your left leg solely for balance. You're going to get on your tippy toes on your right leg. You're going to rock back while doing a sitting motion. Check out my video on the chair drill for more information on that. That'll be right here. All right, great. So now that you're back, we're going to get into our normal position, like we're starting. We're going to raise up on our tippy toes like normal, rock back, and as in that video, we're going to push off of our heel with a little bit of force, and we're going to use that push to plant our dominant leg right under our hips. You can see that my shoulder is over my hip, which is over my knee, which is over my foot. I didn't bring it up here because at this point, I can't pick up my left leg without falling over. And I'm not all the way in here because I would be falling over to the right. So we're going to get in just the right position. So that way I support myself with a nice sturdy base. So that way we can shift into that block and turn so you can get the full extension and full power of the throw. Now what this does is it lets you get the momentum of the glide and push it into the force of the standing throw. So the standing throw is almost pure muscle force, while the glide is a very quick and agile motion. And all you're doing is you're combining those two elements in order to make one fast and powerful motion. So one more time without commentary. Am I being arrested? That doesn't sound good. One moment. There's some emergency alarms. Okay. Thank God it's just Santa. Hold on. All right, guys. Sorry about that interruption. I just had to make sure that everyone was okay. All the glide is the preparation to the standing throw, which we learned last week. And then the standing throw is just you using your muscles to push off the shot put. So all the glide is, all the rotation is, all the south is it's just adding more momentum to that final throw. So no matter what form you use, the end product right before you throw should be a natural standing throw, which is this. That's why it's so important for every throw no matter what kind it is, to be able to land in this position right here. Of course, it'd be mirrored if you were a lefty, but you understand what I'm talking about. That's why this drill is especially important if you can't find yourself getting your right leg under the center of your mass. Because if you don't, then it's going to be very hard for you to push off the standing throw in an effective and powerful way. Like, for example, if my leg is all the way out here, I'm going to find it really hard to get a satisfying push. You can see that because I'm so much farther up than I normally would be, like here, you can see that I have a lot of spring and muscle energy to sort of bounce off and push off. But if I'm all the way out here, there's very little movement I can do, even if I get a nice deep squat, because it's not optimal. But you can try this for yourself if you don't believe me. Try doing a standing throw while your dominant leg is way over here, and you're gonna find that I have zero more room. I have no more room in order to push off. This is about as far as I can get. Even if I lay all the way backwards, you can see I'm almost falling over. I have maybe like 3 inches of room to work with, but if I'm getting a nice solid base, I have way more muscle and way more distance that I can extend that muscle over in order to get more force out of my big, strong muscles. I mean, you've worked for them, I've worked for them, we're in the gym constantly. So if you have those muscles, you might as well use them. The goal of the throw is to use as much of your body's muscle mass as possible. That's why we use our calves, we use our quads, we use our hamstrings, we use our hips, we use our arms, we use our core, and we use our biceps and triceps. And of course, you use your lats and your traps too. It's so important that you use all of those muscles, because the more muscle mass you can incorporate into your throw, the farther that's gonna go, because you're getting more energy from your muscles that you're putting into the shot put as kinetic energy, and that's gonna make it go farther. So you're taking up as much potential energy from your legs, your calves, your thighs, your arms, your core, your chest, and you're putting as much of that potential energy into this nice angle where it's going to maximize the distance for the amount of height you have. And you're going to push as hard and as fast as you can, getting a nice long push, which is going to transfer more energy into the shot put than if you just got a nice quick flick. You're going to want to get a nice deep push rather than just a real quick one, because less energy is going to be transferred in the shot put if you do it like that. This one got a little deeper than I meant it to. I kind of explained like all of the glide, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for sticking around. This one's kind of a long one, but I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe at that point, I'll cover everything that we've done so far. Maybe I'll get into something new. I know that for our more experienced throwers, these videos haven't been as interesting because you guys already know the basics, and that's what I've been covering for the last couple of days. So I'll promise to get you some more entertaining content. If you are still watching, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And without further ado, I'll sign off. So thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Throw Martin, signing off.